historical. We have never in the history of the common draft dating back to 1967 had a quarterback his size, height, and weight combined go in the first round, let alone number one overall. So 5'10" and a quarter.
We are live. 2023 draft.
He was a 204.
On King Indie Sports Podcast. Hosted by your boy Sean King and my daughter Love.
You better have all the rest of the quarterback at the elite level and Bryce Young does. Advanced, understand the concept.
Everybody saying Bryce Young is
outstanding. Thrives when he's forced to have this. Possesses great pocket accurate throw of the football. Great anticipation he throws with. And he's a tremendous leader. You saw this year when he didn't have anybody resembling Jameson Williams to throw to or John Mechie the third to throw to. He was under direct.
They're saying Bryce Young is love saying Bryce Young is one first.
He led this team though. I thought a chance to play for a national title. They had Tennessee beat possibly. Great pass down the middle of the field. The Jameer kids dropped. Would have put him in chip shot field goal range. They could have moved on and maybe won a national title because Bryce Young was carrying this team. He did get banged up the shoulder, but overall he can stay healthy and he can withstand punishment and play 17+ games. He got himself a great quarterback. That's the only question coming into his NFL career is a lack of
Colts getting?
And so, Lewis, an interesting point that you made on our show get up when you joined one day.
Is it Will Levis?
Not only was being the #1 pick in this draft come with the bragging rights and all of that, but there's also a more significant reason why any of these quarterbacks would love this fit in Carolina.
Yeah, look,
She's
they are uniquely set up to support a young quarterback in ways that you don't see many organizations set up to support young quarterbacks. Just look at it from the very top. Frank Reich, everybody knows his history as a player with the Buffalo Bills, as an offensive coordinator with his time in Philadelphia, comes to Nick Foles, under Doug Peterson. I mean, this is a guy who has seen the quarterback position in every facet. Thomas Brown. Now the offensive coordinator comes over from Sean McVay's staff as the assistant head coach. He's now offensive coordinator in Carolina. Uniquely positioned now to get and tutor a young running back in the play-action passing game. Josh McCown, the quarterback coach. Anyone who has known Josh McCown will tell you this young man gets it. He gets it as a player. He gets the relationship aspect of it all. Jim Caldwell, the former head coach of the Detroit Lions, Indianapolis Colts, been around guys like Peyton Manning. The kind of just football knowledge that coach brings to the table. Any of these quarterbacks would right now, I'm sure, be praying, please Carolina, take me. Just take me because you're set up to succeed right out of the gate.
Yeah, for me, Bryce Young is my #1 pick. What it takes to play the quarterback is hard. Decision making, accuracy, the ability to add left. And none of those require you to be taller than 5'10" and 204. However, he can turn his height, his durability, he can process information and make decisions in the pocket like no other. You got to be a ball distributor. When things break it down,
we about to get turned up. So get ready. It's going up. Love. Is it going up or what?
You still deliver the ball. When the defense is coming in,
Love. Is it going up or what?
Down the field and find the receiver in the back of the end zone. How many times have we seen some of the great quarterbacks?
Love. Okay, let's see. Are we getting Anthony Richardson?
Creative playmaker. Can he do the National Football League? Let's see. First round pick. All those guys are playing on Sunday, and he's doing it to them. Can he ad-lib?
She said,
You're coming at me?
Y'all heard it here. The draft is not, the Carolina has not put their picks in. Carolina has not put their picks in.
And none of them have anything to do with
Love just said the Indianapolis Colts is going to get Anthony Richardson.
If he was 6'3" and 225, we'd be talking about him as one of the.
Is Bryce Young going to #1 draft pick?
And even with Justin Fields there, that's an
Yeah, Love said yeah.
Let's go to Susie Glover, who's in the green room, right behind Bryce Young. Susie.
Y'all, Love said
the
Panthers is picking Bryce Young. And if that means C.J. Stroud on the board. And if C.J. Stroud is on the board, he has the same agent as Deshaun Watson. So they don't have good blood, so I'm taking if C.J. Stroud is still on the board, he could possibly be on board
in a good sense that this was their guy.
at the #1 draft pick.
They did their due diligence, and it wasn't until Monday when GM Scott Fitter walked into Reich's office and formally proposed a question. He popped that question knowing that the answer was yes, that they both agreed on the same quarterback, and that was it. They had to have a consensus You did. On the marriage becomes official tonight.
Okay.
Frank laughed when he said, like
What's
any
up?
great marriage, now the
I
real
thought I
life
saw him
begins.
give videos
Let's
like
go to
one
work
time I
now.
thought a person
Thanks very much,
was
Susie. The
just
Carolina
like you. I
Panthers
thought that was you.
about moving up to the
But I'm
number
still
one
there
spot.
tonight.
They gave up 2 number 1 picks, 2 second
Oh, yeah, 'cause that was you.
Possibly, man. I gotta get back to my show though. I gotta get back to my show. I'm on my TV show.
Insisted on having it. The Panthers didn't want to part with him, but he made the difference in the Panthers getting
Thanks,
number
man.
1.
And that trade was 48 days
Yes,
ago.
sir.
The Panthers went up there,
Okay.
that Bryce Young
Love
would
you.
be a guy.
Bye-bye.
They would
Bye-bye.
evaluate all the
You take care of
quarterbacks.
yourself.
They like a lot of these quarterbacks. But when they're doing the evaluation, Bryce Young is the one guy they determined to compete as a day
Oh,
one
you
starter in
should talk
the
into the mic.
NFL.
Well, as you can see on your screen, the pick is now in. The Panthers did take a few minutes to make their decision, but it
Yo.
they have. Now, if you're with us,
Yo,
please
we
stop
live.
before-
Look, they said the pick is in. You said Bryce Young is going number 1, right?
Bryce Young's father, that they have not yet heard from Carolina. So I suppose
Look, you said Bryce Young was going number 1, right?
one of the big surprises that we've ever seen. But
All right, bye-bye, Sunshine. Go over there, sit down, please. Close that door, lock my door.
If he was 6'3" and weighed 225 pounds, what would you be saying about
So,
him? He
how
could
would
say
you try to
generational, but he doesn't have
show?
power for full on. He doesn't have 4-5 speed, so he doesn't
Lock the door for me.
What do you for? He sees things that nobody else does. He has eyes
Yo,
back to his
Panthers pick is in. We do not know who they picked. I'm not looking at any other sources, but the pick is in. Bryce Young is sitting there confident, quiet, and collected. I like that about him, man. Quiet, confident guy. He reminds me a little bit of myself. Quiet, confident, but I'm a little bit more vocal because I have to be.
They've all been hurt. It's not
But-
if you're going to get hurt.
But my inner self is more so quiet, confidence. I'll show you my work. I'll show you how I
Be the
do
guy
that.
you wanted to be.
Yeah, you're right. They do all get
You know what
hurt.
I'm saying?
telling you this. There
I've
are some
never been much
mean
of a
quarterback
talker.
hunters out there right now.
Bryce Young doesn't
And I
talk.
would be holding my breath every time he takes a good
But
shot.
Panthers pick is in. We are going to see who the Panthers get because it shapes out the rest of the draft. Most likely, oh my God, I believe it's going to be CJ Stroud. Number 1, Love said Bryce Young. Y'all heard the sound. Let's listen.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Bryce Young, quarterback.
Oh! Bryce Young is going to the Carolina Panthers! Yeah! That means CJ Stroud, salty, my boy. He just shook up Bryce Young, and I'm talking about salty Richardson. A little bit salty. He's like, oh no, I'm gonna congratulate you, but I'm just judging it right off the watch. I'm judging it right off the watch. CJ Stroud thought he was going number 1, I guarantee you. Frank Wright gave him the indication that he was going number 1. The whole organization came set on
to maybe be a playoff team, and maybe go beyond that. Just an
his
mistakenly
pro day.
bad breaks with the injury bottom line.
Man, it seemed like they were going right for CJ Stroud, but now they went with Bryce Young. Love looks like you're 1-0. Yay! Love, you're 1-0. You said Bryce Young was going number 1.
Know what you're about to get. Everything's set up perfectly. This quarterback at that size. Now, no look here say, well, that happens to everybody.
All right. So here on the King yeah. Are we getting Anthony Richardson now? I hope we get Anthony Richardson. You told me we get Anthony Richardson.
Violent. How
You told me we get Anthony Richardson.
out there for 17 plus games.
Oh, there's no question that the height is
All
an
right.
issue. When you break down the
I pray
field,
we get Anthony Richardson.
field between the numbers.
I mean, I'm not gonna be upset if I get if
Get up a layer,
we
go
get
to the second level, in between linebacker and safety.
CJ
It's just
Stroud.
you will see.
I ain't gonna lie.
We'll say this though.
CJ Stroud.
Look, they don't want him to live in that environment where he's trying to
But-
special plays all the time. So they want him to win from the box.
I need you to.
Subway is taking
If I can have my quarterback speed on 97.
Bryce,
I'm going to put my
said
quarterback speed on 97 when it
moment
comes
you
to
touch
that.
the football at 3 years
So I'm
old,
creating a
you
player.
are destined for
I'm not
this.
going to put it
What's it
on
like to be standing on the stage as the #1 pick in the NFL draft?
It's
quarterback.
Come true.
Put my quarterback
I'm
speed on
blessed.
76. You
God
know what I'm
for
saying?
allowing me to be here.
I'm not going to do that. I want 97.
Although it's my name being called, there's so many people that push me
We
along
listening
with
out
me.
right now.
And as amazing
Trying
as
to
the moment
see
this is, I'm going to try to look at this moment.
I don't
can't wait
think
to
they
get
get
work
Stroud.
and start building on
This
this.
salty.
When you met with the
Hey,
Panthers, they
Stroud, I'm a
talked about
fan,
their
by the way.
plan for the
I'm a
future.
big
What
fucking
impressed
fan
you
of
about
CJ
them?
Stroud.
Yeah, how intricate they were with everything. Like you said, everything was methodical, everything was planned out. And, the way that they view the quarterback position, how much I learned from my time being there, even the visits that I had, it really meant a lot. So I can't be more excited, and I'm blessed to be a Panther.
The #1 pick in the NFL draft. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and so you take a look. These are the highest drafted Alabama quarterbacks in the common draft era. You might be wondering where's their name is. Name is one in 1965, number 2 overall in the old American Football League. That, of course, was before the common draft era. So Bryce Young now the highest drafted of any Alabama.
We're waiting for the last time we'll ever need a quarterback.
Through the portion
In
of
the next 20 years, we're going to have the same
Number
quarterback.
2 is Houston. Mort and Adam, what can you tell us?
Well, Brady, this goes back to the regular season finale when the Houston Texans
So we
won
don't
that
be
game,
able
but
to
on
win.
the #1 overall pick. They tried to trade out for #1, didn't get there. There's been a lot of debate in this organization about whether to go defense. In the end, it certainly sounds like now they're settling towards the offensive side of the football. It's been the biggest question out there. There have been times when people thought they would go defense. Now the arrow is pointing towards the offense.
Well, yeah, it's interesting. You mentioned that Bryce Young was certainly somebody that would cut it. I want to point out that the quarterback coach of the Texans is Gerard Johnson, who coached C.J. Stroud at the opening of the Elite 11 Finals when C.J. was the MVP. So he certainly has a lot of familiarity with him. But this is a decision certainly made by General Manager Nick Casario and owner Cal, and certainly. And right now, we'll see if we get a big surprise. Right now, Green.
All right, guys, thank you. And so for the last several weeks now, the suspicion here has been that they would go defense. If the Texans were willing to eschew the opportunity to take the future quarterback, and you hear them suggesting that they're settling in on the offensive side of the ball, so maybe we are about to see something we weren't expecting.
Yeah, we were surprised when we heard that it wouldn't be whatever quarterback was left, whether it was Stroud. I was still a Levis guy, but they seemed like it was Stroud or Young they were waiting on. Once you knew Young was going 1, you thought it was Stroud. I will say this, you're chasing Trevor Lawrence. And I've always said, when you're in the division, you better not be the 4th team in terms of the quarterback. You better be 1 or 2 to have any shot. In the AFC, you might want to be 1 because of the 10 great quarterbacks in that conference. At 2 or 12, you better find a way to come out of this first round with a quarterback.
And I think the biggest thing about this pick is if it's going to be a quarterback, you have to be willing to go ahead and invest the time to make sure you have a great relationship.
No, we are tuned in. We're just waiting on
develop him, whether he's going to be a day one starter,
second
maybe
pick.
a beat. But I'm telling you,
pick
the
is in.
relationships
Texas.
matter. And
Pick
this
is in.
this
Number
a
2
critical
pick is
pick for
in.
them. So I hope they are all on the exact same page about who this is going to be.
The Texans have picked quarterbacks in the first round twice in team
We
history.
are going to figure out
Once
who
was
our
David
competition
Carr,
is going to be
overall.
for
The
the
other
next
was
20 years.
Deshaun Watson. Let's see if they're about to do it for a 3rd time. Here's the commissioner.
Let's figure this out. Let's listen up.
With the 2nd pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select C.J. Stroud.
CJ! So you want to be right, love? We want to get that together! We want to get that together! We gotta face CJ Stroud! But it's cool! Coach Nation, stand up! We let these people know! Love! We about to win some love! Love! We about to win some love! Yeah! We about to win, yo! We about to win, yo! We about to win, yo! We about to win!
21 yards and 10 touchdowns. He is from Rancho Cucamonga, California.
Yo, I'm a fan.
He is the 2nd pick in the NFL draft.
I'll tell you, if one game can make a career, if one game can make you the 2nd pick overall, it was the Georgia game. You thought that a semifinal
He was the underdog. He went out there and played great football against that Georgia defense. Marvin Harrison Jr. doesn't get hurt
And
next year.
CJ Hard, striking. He said, let's go. When he stepped out on that goddamn stage, he said, let's go. I like how vocal he said. He said, I was supposed to be a #1 draft pick. But guess what? I got to fire him. And it's lit. And guess what? Good. Right? Because we got Winnipeg and we got them boys, Buckner and them boys coming for your boy. Call what you want, boy. Coming hard all summer long. You throw a fix to my boy Blackman. How about that? How about that? Huh? Yeah. How about my boy? Huh?
Extending and making plays and going and doing things with his legs.
How about my boy?
More than 13
Yeah, we hyped over here too, Coach Nation.
I need to do it. I can do it.
Yeah. And yeah. Let's go. Yeah. We about to. Yeah. Hope they don't get no lemons, I hope they don't get no lemons, Hope they don't get no lemons. Hope they don't get no lemons. But I hope we got some luck if
I
we
truly
do.
do believe that quarterbacks need to win inside the
Ooh.
pocket. That's where you need to live. That's where you're.
Ain't no way. We not gonna get no Richardson. If we pass on Richardson, I'm going crazy. I'm just gonna flip shit around. I'm going crazy. Nah.
His pocket awareness as far as being able to slide up in the pocket.
But Love said we get Richardson. I believe it. Right now.
Spectacular here.
Love is
Look at
2-0.
his field vision. Look at him surveying the entire field. He's directing Martin Harrison Jr. exactly where he wanted him to go. Releasing that ball early and then throwing it on the money. Here, again, the ability to create, keep his eyes down the field. Yeah, he's swinging the ball around, but he has control of it and make those off-schedule plays. If he needs to do it, he can do it. The best quarterback coaches say this. We just want guys who can do that when they need it and they can pull it out of their tool belt. They don't want to live in that environment. The Houston Texans just need to make sure right now about this. Bobby Slow at the offensive